Hey everybody, welcome back to Honeycomb. My name is Keo, and today we're gonna be doing the Steepshot. We've been using this a few times and we think we figured it out how to make this thing make really good coffee, or at least pretty good coffee for a 1-minute brew. What we have today is the Steepshot itself. We need a decanter. This is my new favorite, the Love Ramex coffee server. It's made of some really thick borosilicate glass. You can see in the camera, in the top camera, just how thick that thing is. And then we have our coffee, which is from Yardstick also. This is the Hambella Natural from Ethiopia. It says that it is fruity and rounded with medium body, medium sweetness, and slightly high acidity. So they have a number scale and it's 4 of 5. It says natural coffees are very aromatic, and this one is no different. Strawberries, chocolate, and wine-like nuances. Hashtag FTW for the win. And this is their new packaging. It's our first time to open up one of these on a video. You pull the tab to open. And here's the coffee. Now we're gonna grind it on the C2 grinder, which we've been using. We have a lot of grinders here, but we've been using this to test it out. And you can actually see how nicely balanced this is. You spin it, and we'll talk a bit more about how they're able to do this, but just showing that really shows, you know, the quality of materials that go into this very inexpensive, about 3,000 peso grinder. All right, so we're gonna put that here, and we're going to load up 14 grams of coffee. Now that's the recommendation by Steepshot. When we did the unboxing, the guys over at Steepshot actually reached out to us and sent us a video and some instructions on how to make a better Steepshot coffee, which was really nice. The Steepshot developed apparently by a friend of Tim Wendelbo, and then kind of endorsed, I guess, by, you know, Tim Wendelbo, one of the most important, I would say, guys in coffee, and one of the baristas who's really been pushing for specialty coffee all these years. All right, so this is 13.3, and I just add a little bit more, and 14.4. And that's 14.1, that's about right. Now this grinder doesn't have that much retention. In fact, it has almost no retention. And something that I've been doing with the C2 is I'm actually gonna time how long it takes for me to grind, just so that we can see like how fast this thing actually goes. So that was 14 grams of coffee went in, and so that's about 40 seconds for everything, but that's everything in there. And here's our coffee. It's ground kind of an AeroPress consistency. In the beginning, we were using finer grind size and espresso grind size in the beginning because we thought that this was similar to our immercolation brews, and we decided, okay, we need to make it a little bit more coarse so that less of the fines, the little ground up bits of coffee, end up inside the brew. And we think that we found a good grind size, good grind for this. So we put this in here, tear the scale. All right, so we have our kettle, and it's actually at boiling temperature. We have this at 100 degrees because we want a lot of steam when we put this in our Steepshot. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in the coffee. Make sure there's nothing left in here. 14 grams, and then I'm gonna tear that, and we're gonna put 200 grams of water in to the Steepshot, and I'm gonna try and pour it with some turbulence to make sure that everything gets wet. And 200, 205, and we're closing it up in about 18 to 20 seconds. I found that that's pretty much the way it works every time, is that we get about 15 to 16, 20 seconds every time we try to put coffee in there. So it's going to brew for 1 minute. I usually wait till that's about 1:10. While we're waiting for that, I want to open up this box that Yardstick also gave me. I got from them, and this is their coffee run socks. So thank you to Yardstick. On the above the ankle section it says coffee run, and then it says Yardstick, and then underneath the foot it's got this lightning bolt, run fast, sip slow. So thank you to Yardstick for that. All right, so we're coming up on our time, 1 minute 10, and you basically give it a little swirl, flip it upside down, and then release the Steepshot into the decanter. So it's dripping for a little bit, and that's that. 1 minute 36 seconds total brew time. Let's taste it. So as you can see, it is kind of a very cloudy coffee consistency, very similar to a metal AeroPress filter. It is really hot off the bat. Sweet. Hambella Natural has medium sweetness. I would say this has 3 here, but I'm gonna say it tastes about 4. The flavor of strawberries and wine-like nuances are definitely there. And cocoa. So yeah, very full-bodied, sweet cup of coffee. And then now we're gonna make a bit of a mess as I open up the Steepshot and show you what it looks like afterwards. So we've opened it up, and now I'm gonna close it like that and open it up again. How does this? There we go. So opening it up again, you see that it's really made this messy mound of coffee. So the cleanup is not anywhere as near as clean as an AeroPress, but you do get the coffee right away in good quality. And quite delicious actually. Now, is it an AeroPress replacement? Probably not. This little thing is not going to replace your AeroPress, but it does make some very good coffee. It does make it quickly. It does use some of the principles that we have from immercolation, which is the vacuum pressure and very stable temperature to release flavors of coffee very early. But you know, it is a little bit of a mess to clean. If you're lucky, as with this shot, you know, the coffee comes out very clean and we didn't spill anywhere. But you know, 9 times out of 10, you do run the risk of spilling the coffee as you release it from the Steepshot. It's an interesting toy. Should you pick one up? It depends. I would say it depends. It is a little bit pricey for what it is, for kind of like a one-trick pony, but it is young, right? So if you want to experiment, you can experiment and maybe discover new things with this device. I don't know if maybe shaking it will make a difference. That sounds a little dangerous, but someone's got to try it. Do you have a Steepshot? Have you tried it out? What do you think? This is our recipe. 14 grams in, 200 ml of water, and then let it sit for a minute 10, a minute 20 seconds, and then do the release. Coffee comes out relatively fast, but make sure that when the water goes in, it goes in at a very high temperature so that there's enough buildup of pressure to get that nice release at the end. All right, my name is Keo. Thank you so much to Yardstick for sending over the Steepshot and the Hambella Natural. The coffee is without flaw. That is a great coffee, and we're gonna enjoy that. So, I wish you guys good luck. I wish you good health. I wish you great coffee. Peace.